Okay, so to actually get started with the new Canva platform, you're going to go to a tab in your web browser and you're going to type in canva.kw.com. Okay. When you type that in, if you're logged into Command, it's going to direct you somewhere else. If you're not logged into Command, you're probably going to see this. So your Command login is going to be your login for Canva as well. So it's all connected. There's not another email and password to remember, which is nice. It'll just be your Command login. And then if you're already logged into Command, it will just log you into it. Okay. The very first time you do this, so I can click sign in, it's going to bring me to Canva because I've already done it. But I have this guide that I'll send to everyone. The very first time you're doing it, you're going to be directed to a page that looks like this. It's going to say you are being redirected to Canva and you have to agree to the terms of use and then click continue to Canva. Okay, I can't replicate it because I already did it. But yes, once you click log in on this screen, it'll bring you to your terms of use. You have to accept it, and then it should direct you to a page that looks like this. So you'll know you're in the KW version of Canva if you see this at the top. The KW and Canva is here. It's built just for you with the big red background. Any questions about that process? They've made it pretty simple to get into. You just have to go to the link and sign in to Command. So if you do have any issues, just let me know and we can meet and go through it as well. Okay. The first time you go in, you're not going to see anything down here. This is your recent designs. So as you do start using Canva, you're going to see your designs pop up down here. Okay. Do all of you have used Canva before doing this, or are you completely new to Canva? You have used it. So if you have used it, you're going to notice down here at the bottom, you're going to see your initials. Mine says JD down here. And when I click on that, you get this menu. This is where your settings are and things like that. But you should see up at the top, it'll say accounts with your name and then this email, which is your KW ID at canva.kw.com. And when you hover over that, you'll be able to switch between accounts. So if you do have another Canva account, you had an account prior to doing this, you'll be able to seamlessly switch back and forth if you're keeping that account. Okay. So we have an office account. Obviously it's in Erin's name, but if I want to switch to that, I can click that. Oh, and I'm logged out. 1 second. If you're still logged into your Canva account, it would just switch over. That brings me back to this here. So you'll see now I can click there, I can go up here and I can switch back to my KW one. So you can always switch back and forth. So that's super helpful as you're going through like transitioning and trying to move things over. I would recommend, even if you have a premium Canva account, if you plan to cancel it, the nice thing is you can still have the free Canva. Like you don't have to continue paying for it, but you'll still have access to all of your old designs. So it's not some big rush to transfer everything over before you cancel your subscription. You'll always have access to it just because you'll have a free version. Hi, Angela.
Jessica, I do have
Yeah.
one question for you. I have multiple command accounts, like an agent one and a guest account and that sort of thing. Will this be the same for all types of command accounts?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and to my knowledge, guest accounts can also create it. Don't quote me on that, but I remember we have like a chat with all the tech trainers in Canada, and someone did successfully create one for their guest account. So
Okay.
you'll just each have your own, basically.
Okay. Great.
Angela, did you have a question? I couldn't hear you when you were talking. I can't hear you. Okay. Okay, so that is how you switch between your Canva account. You don't have to like log out and log back in, so it makes it nice and easy. And we'll talk about transitioning and like transferring designs over near the end of this session. But I just want to go over some of the navigation that you're seeing here. Of course, like I said, you won't see anything down here under recent designs until you start using it. But right above that, you'll have this like toolbar of different types of designs. So if you just want to like quick start, you can click, Instagram post, and it's going to bring you into a blank design. Okay, we're not doing that right now, but just know that that's what happens when you click these ones. And then you have a search bar up here as well to search different templates. So with this new KW platform, not only do you get KW branded templates, which we'll look at, you also get all the templates that Canva already has. So on the left-hand side here, I'm going to click on templates just so you can see these are all the ones that are not specific to KW. They're not specific to real estate. It's just Canva's whole template library. And so you can, browse by category. So if you're looking for an Instagram post, for example, and you click that, you'll get all different types of Instagram posts. You can also just search at the top if there's something you're looking for. So I would search, open house example. And then you're going to get all different types of open house templates. Okay. So again, these are not the KW branded templates. These are just basic Canva ones. Then down below templates, you also have brand. So when you click on brand, that's going to bring you to the brand templates. So these are all the KW branded ones, similar to what was in Command Designs. Okay. They're all kind of in one spot. So you have to use the filters at the top if you're looking for a specific type of template. So I can go to category. Maybe I'm looking for a flyer. There's a for sale flyer, and they're going to be adding more. They just kind of put like one of each, I would say, just to get everything launched, and they'll continue to add more. I can go down here and do postcard. Yeah, there's a postcard. Oh, there's none there. There definitely is because there's a postcard right here. So the filter may not work that well. You can also search at the top. So I wonder if I search postcard. Yeah. Well, okay. Search is not overly intuitive either. But that's great. Let me just go back to clear up my filters. And then go. Just get back to the brand page. So you may have better luck scrolling through until they fix those little bugs. It's growing pains. It's fine. So those are all the very similar to designs brand templates. So if I wanted to do one of these, let me just find one that's simple. Okay, I'll do this just sold Instagram post. Okay, so when you want to do or use a brand template, you're going to click on it and then click use this brand template. Top. I'm not sure why there's two pages. If you come across that and there's two pages, you can always delete a page by clicking the little trash can right above one of them. We're going to do that. So then you would start filling it in. And there's a really nice integration with MLS that's going to make this a lot easier for you if you're doing a graphic for one of your listings. So from within this editor, on the left-hand side, you should see a button that says Apps. Okay. I'm going to click on Apps, and then you're going to search for Keller Williams. Okay. You should see this, kind of looks like the KW app icon. Okay. See this, you'll click Open. Say Keller Williams wants to connect to your account, so you're going to click Connect. I don't know if you can you see a command pop up on my screen? Okay. I never know what it's actually going to share. So to say Canva wants to access your KW account, it's going to pull your profile and then your profile as well, marketing profile. So you have to click I agree at the bottom. And now within your apps, you have this Keller Williams property search. So this is pulling MLS data. So you can search by address or by MLS. I'm not an agent, so I have no listings, but in a perfect world, you'll just have a list of your listings right here if you have listings in your name. Okay.
Jess, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you kind of go back to where I'm sorry, I missed how
Okay.
you got the app.
How I got the app. So
Yeah.
on this, see this left-hand side toolbar?
Yep.
There's this apps button,
Okay.
and then you'll search Keller Williams at the top.
Why does mine look so different? Okay.
Not sure. You don't see this? Search Canva apps.
No,
Are
mine,
you in a design?
oh, maybe.
So
Oh, I see. You had to be in a design?
you don't have to be in a design. I was just kind of segueing into that. If you're not in a design, that same apps button will be on the left-hand side of your like main screen. So you'll see apps here.
Okay, so once you get the app,
Yep. So you'll search Keller Williams here.
I did that, I got that.
Uh,
I
and then
got
it'll
that.
say
There's
use
where
an
I don't know
existing
what to click.
design. So it'll say use an existing design or use in a new design. So I think you do have to do like the full connection through like having a design open.
Okay, now I got it. So what did you choose when you were doing yours?
Well, I already was in a design. So you could say use in
Right.
a new design,
Okay,
and then it'll ask what you want to create. So
okay.
you do like Instagram post, but then you're
I
not like
got
in
you.
a particular template, right? So
Okay.
that's the difference. So it
Okay,
is
I'm
easy
caught
to,
up.
yeah, easier to just open one of the templates you want to use, and then will pull it from there. Does anyone have an MLS number handy that I can use? Maybe.
Do you have one, Ryan?
I do.
I do.
Whoever calls it out first.
Okay.
Chris, do you have it handy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
2025.
Yep.
16155. Blandford, yeah, that one.
So you'll notice sometimes when you put in an MLS number, you're gonna get like one from Winnipeg or one from Hawaii in this case. Because each MLS, like the number that we generate for that has probably been generated elsewhere. And so you may get a few listings, usually not a lot. But if there is an active listing with that particular MLS number, you may see it come up. So just make sure you pay attention to that. So I'm gonna click on this listing. And then you're going to see all of the listing photos are here. So you can pull these directly into your design. You don't need to upload them from somewhere. So let's say I want this first photo to be this photo here. I can actually just click and drag that right onto the design in the image spot, and it's going to replace it within the template. Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah. So all of the MLS images will pull through. Some templates will have spots for multiple images. So you just do the same thing, drag them over. And then you also have this details tab at the top, which is going to pull all the MLS details. So you've got the address, full address, list price, the full description, which might be helpful if you're making like a feature package or a flyer and you do want the full description on there. Got all of that there. MLS numbers at the bottom, so you don't have to remember it. Because for you, you shouldn't have to search by MLS. It should just be in your list of listings. I just have the listings, of course. So I may want to, I don't know if I can drag this. Yeah, you can drag the text over onto the text boxes as well. So that's nice. So I just dragged that right over. And then it's not like, so see how that says listed at $579. If I drag price over, it's just replacing that whole text box. It's not gonna keep the listed at. So if you wanted to keep that, once you pull the price over, you can double click the text box and then it's editable just like any other photo editor. So then I could just use my keyboard and go back and then just type listed out. Okay. Alternatively, instead of dragging the price over, you could just double click it and change the price. It's just as easy. It saves a step, but that's how you edit any of your text boxes. You're just gonna double click them and then you can edit any of the text in there. When you have a text box selected as well, you'll see along the top you have this text toolbar. So very similar to Microsoft Word or any text editor that you've ever used. You can change the fonts, you can change the size, the text color is here. And you'll note that when you click on colors, there is a core brand kit. So if you are someone who likes to use the KW branding on all of your things, this is nice. All of the like official KW colors are saved here as a brand kit for you. Okay. Currently, there's no way to create your own brand kit, sadly. If you're a pro Canva user, you'll know you had the ability to create as many brand kits as you wanted, which means you can, have these saved color palettes, for example, or your logos saved in there. Fonts, things like that. It does not let you do that, sadly. It only has the KW one. I don't know if that's coming or not. So if you're someone who uses the brand kit feature a lot on the pro side, we can sit down and kind of go over that and how to better transition that for your own efficiency. But as of right now, you can only use that one. You can still select your own colors. Like if I wanted this text to be, lime green, for example, I can choose that. It's just the ability to save those color palettes that is limited right now. Okay. I don't actually want this to be lime green. It looks like Christmas, so I'm going to undo it. So along the top, you'll see this toolbar, and you'll have the undo button right here. I'm going to undo it until I go back to where I'm happy with it. The other thing you'll notice at the top is we have this KW DBA name logo. That is not our official logo. Do not save any designs with that logo on it. It's the generic KW logo, and you can't use that, obviously. So you'll need to upload our official KW Select logos. Does everyone know where to find those? See, Patty's nodding her head. Yes. If you don't, I have a chat here. Let's do. So on the kwselect.ca website, when you go to Agent Resources and then Marketing and Advertising, you're going to find the KW Select logos here. And you can click Download, which will download a zip folder of those logos. Okay. So I'm going to download that. You can unzip the folder. And then when you go back to your sign here, you'll go to Uploads and then click Upload Files. And so then you'll browse your computer for where you have those logos downloaded. As well as if you have, a team logo or your own personal logo, you'll want to upload those as well. Okay. Anything you've uploaded will show in this Upload Files section. And then very similarly to the listing photos, you can just drag them over into those spots. So this is the logo here. I'm going to click and drag it. Oh, not that spot. Not that spot. It's a bit, that's good. You can also click it and it will just add it to the design. Sometimes that's easier. So I have that. I'll just click this one and you can click the trash can or just hit backspace on your keyboard. And then you can put the logo right there. To make it bigger or smaller, you drag from the corners, that. And so now we have a graphic. Really, the only thing we needed to add that we uploaded was our logo. Ideally, you'll just have it uploaded. But yeah, any questions about editing the templates? Or how to find the templates? No? So if you're ready to use this, let's say you want to post it on social media, or you wanted to do a Facebook ad, or whatever you're doing for it, the first thing I always recommend doing is renaming it. Because you'll see up here, it has named it Copy of Black Frame Just Sold Instagram Post. So when you're like, I did that post for 54 gates, I wonder how to find it in my Canva, you're gonna have a really hard time because it's not named 54 gates room. It's named Copy of Black Frame Just Sold Instagram Post. So to rename it, you just click in this name up here and you can highlight it. So I might call it 54 Gates Road Just Sold. Okay. Of course, you'll also want to make sure it's compliant. So, adding your MLS number, all the other stuff that I can't advise you on. So this is not me telling you that this is a compliant post. Just want to put that out there. But once you're happy with it and you know it's good to go, you're going to click on share at the top right. And then you'll click on download. Okay. Got some different file types here. So for social media, you're always going to choose either JPEG or PNG. It doesn't matter which one you choose for Facebook, honestly. They're going to come out pretty much the same. It usually defaults to PNG. It is suggested. It's a higher resolution image. So I always do PNG, just as a preference. Let me see here. Yeah, Darcy, I can go over that as well. We'll come back to that one. But for downloading here, again, one of these two, you'll also see we have PDF, standard, and PDF print. This is if you're doing like flyers or postcards. Usually if you're, putting it into Vistaprint or sending it to a print company, they're going to want you to do PDF print. It's just an even higher resolution version of the PDF. You also have the option to do SVG. You would never do that for this scenario. If we have any Cricut users or crafters in here, SVG is sort of the file type that you can put in to like cut things out on your Cricut. So just for anyone who likes to do that, just know you can make SVG files in here. Then you have video and you also have PowerPoint. So our monthly meeting slides that we have every month, I make in Canva. So I use that to design the PowerPoint instead of using actual PowerPoint. And you can always download it as a PowerPoint as well. Okay, so those are all the different types of files you can do. But again, for social media, you're going to do JPEG or PNG. Okay, so then I would just click download here at the bottom. And that's going to save that image to my computer, which I can then go into Command and schedule it as a post. I can go right to Facebook and post it. However you're normally posting your social media stuff, you would just use that file.
You could send it to me too. Then it's already done.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Darcy mentioned to show you how to remove a background. So this is a really helpful tip. So for anyone that has a headshot that has a background in it, sometimes you want there to not be a background. So let me just go to my, I don't have it. Let me find a random person. Okay. Let's pretend this lady is me and I'm the listing agent. If I wanted to add, oh, not there. If I wanted to add my headshot to this, okay. If you drag it onto the photo, it's going to replace it. If I want to put my headshot on this post, it doesn't look very good right now because it's got this big gray square behind it. So for any image like that, you can click on it and you'll see in the image editor toolbar along the top, we have background remover. So I'm going to click that and it automatically detects the background and removes it from the photo. Okay. So now I can put my headshot here. And that looks a lot better than the big gray rectangle that was behind me. Okay. You could also do it if you just want a copy of your headshot, you know, without a background. You can always click add new page or just start a new design as well. But I could drag that down, make it nice and big. Okay. So this is my headshot without a background. And then when I go to download it, like we did, go to share and download, you can click transparent background. And so that's just going to download your headshot with no background behind you. It's a nice little tip with Canva Pro. The free version does not have the background remover, so it's a nice add-on. If you're someone who's, you know, designing business cards or doing anything like that, you may want your headshot without a background. Got 2 in the chat there. Amazing. Yeah, it's really awesome. I do it to everyone's headshot when I do your capper post, welcome posts, and all of that. I always remove the background because it just makes it look cleaner and more like consistent with everyone. Any questions about anything so far? Have anything in the chat? Or anything you want me to go back over? Yeah.
Jess, I'm not sure because I had somebody texting me there. Did you tell us how to upload logos?
How to upload logos? Yeah, so on the left-hand side, you have this uploads button here. And then you would just click upload files and then find it on your computer wherever you have them saved. And then they'll show up here. Okay.
Got it.
So I am working on, I don't know if it's, I'm trying to figure out how the folders work. So you should all see this folder that says MC873. But I'm pretty sure anything you add to it is shared with everyone. So just be aware of that. I'm trying to figure out how I can make a folder to like share like templates and logos and stuff like that with you guys without it going to all of KW. So that's still something I'm kind of working through the nuances of. But the main thing for you guys to get started is just to know how to go in, add your own stuff, and work with the branded templates and make sure you're replacing the logos and things like that. And then as time goes on, you know, I'm sure we'll get features added, we'll get abilities added, because right now, you know, we can't make those brand kits, we can't do other things. So that's my hope. But there's a lot of workarounds for a lot of those things. So as I work out those kinks, then I'll be sending out videos and guides and things like that to help with the transition. Another really good thing about Canva is the elements. So you have this elements button on the side. That's where I searched for a random headshot. But you have a whole library of stock images, videos, elements like icons and stuff like that. There's Shelly. Videos, stickers, graphics, shapes, all that kind of stuff. There's frames. Frames are if you want the picture to be a specific shape. So I could add a circle like this on here. Maybe I want to feature another photo. I can go back to my listing here and put in another photo. Just drag it over. If you want to add different photos, you can kind of make it your own. So the frames are really nice. There's all different shapes, devices, things like that. So you can get real crafty with it. But all the stock images are really nice. There's even like, I've searched Halifax before and you'll get, you know, pictures of the skyline, pictures of the bridge, all that stuff. So the really nice thing about that is it's all royalty free. So you don't have to credit the author. You don't have to pay to use it. You can use it for business purposes in any of like your marketing and things like that. So you don't have to be the one that went out and took the picture to put it in. So there's lots of different photos and things like that you can use. Darcy says maybe some general rules regarding marketing compliance when creating these. We don't have any brokers on here, do we? I technically cannot advise. I will say, you can always send your templates to the brokers. There's a general rule, at least I know for like print marketing and stuff like that, that the KW, first of all, you have to have the KW Select logo. It can't be KW DBA name. It can't just be like the base KW. It has to be KW Select Realty. It's always a good practice to add the, not intended to solicit anyone currently under contract, all those kind of blurbs that you have. Yeah, and the logo is supposed to be more prominent than like your own logo or your own name. It's supposed to be, obvious that it's with Keller Williams, right? So, and there's things like adding the MLS number, if it's about a property, things like that. I'll always defer you guys back to the brokers if you ask me questions, because yeah, I'm not supposed to advise. This allow us to use the crown images. This is pro for everyone. Yes. So if you were a Canva free user, you'll know that anything with this little crown, this premium image there, means it's a premium image. And so if you aren't a paying Canva user, you wouldn't have had access to them. But with this subscription, the Canva Enterprise plan with KW, you have access to everything that a pro user would have. So anything with the little crown, you can add in. If for some reason you see a watermark, you might still be in your free account if it doesn't let you use it. Yeah. There's lots of other features in Canva. They've got AI in there. They've got different tools like drawing and whiteboards and all that kind of stuff. I really just wanted to get into the basics with you guys so you know how to get in and do the most important things for your business. But I'll definitely be doing more like advanced Canva training as time goes on and as you guys get more comfortable with it.
Hi, Jessica.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know I got in a little bit late, but I
That's
just
okay.
wanted to make sure on the left-hand side, I see the MC873 and then KW there. So you said the MC873, is that a place where everyone gets access to, like whatever you upload there, or how does it work?
Yeah, it seems like it. Like when I go in, there's a folder that says logos and it's Sasha's, which I didn't put there. So I think it's something that if you put stuff in the folders in there, it's going to be visible to everyone in our team or group. Not all of KW, but all of KW Select.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that's where I can put stuff to like
Yeah,
show
makes
you
sense.
guys, but just be mindful if you're putting stuff in there that everyone else
Yeah.
can also see it.
Okay.
You can create your own folders. So if you go to projects, for example, you will have this folders tab. And so you can create your own folders. And you just choose, it should be defaulted that it's not shared with KW Associates. So I can make my own folder called logos, for example. And so then it will say private if that's your own folder that's not being shared with anyone. So if you do want to organize things into folders, that's going to be your best bet. But the nice thing is you can also share that with other members. And so if you are on a team, for example, so maybe Patty, you want to share stuff with Ryan. What you need is, actually, let me see if I can just search your name. Yeah, so Ryan, there's two of you. I don't know which one is you. The best practice if you're constantly sharing something with someone else is for them to, if I go out of here. So remember when we click here, you have this Canva email address, is to share it to that email address. So you would write down their number at canva.kw.com. So Patty, you may want to have like Ryan and Melanie's written down so that you're adding them to everything. And then you can share it so you all have access to like a specific folder of templates or the logos or whatever it is. So you can choose who it's shared to, which is really nice.
So if you use those folders.
Yeah.
And you make them private. Everything you do, if you put it in there, not everybody's gonna see. Just me, unless we choose to share it with others, right?
Yeah. But if you go to that MC873 and add,
Exactly.
anything to the folder. I'm pretty
They'll
sure
see
I
it.
made the logos folder because I was gonna put logos in there, and then like you can't create folders in MC873, but if you
Right.
add stuff to that folder,
Okay,
everyone
good.
else-
Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a nice way to share things amongst yourself. And it's not even limited. So with Command, you were only able to share stuff with people in your team typically. Now you can share it with anyone. So like if you're, co-listing with someone, you're not on a team structure together, you can still share designs amongst each other. So you can do folders, but you can also share individual designs as well. Okay. And that kind of leads me into transitioning. So if you do have a Canva account, or not Canva, yeah, a Canva account, prior to the KW Canva, that's kind of how you'll send stuff to your new account. So I would go to my account here and switch over to my personal Canva. Just go home. So if I had a design in my personal Canva that I wanted to send to my, just write it down. So it is good to make a note of your of that email address because you're going to do the same thing. So let's say I wanted to share this design from my personal Canva. I'm going to click the three dots. I'm going to go to share. And then I'm going to type in that email address. So mine's 629440 canva.com. Okay. You'll want to make it so they can edit it. And then you're going to click share. Okay. So you just go through your designs and share that to that email address. Then when you switch back to your Canva, KW Canva, it's going to be so hard to keep straight. In theory, you should have a notification that you shared a design with you. Okay, so you'll get a notification for each one. Actually, it just automatically shows up in your. It shows up somewhere. Projects. Maybe. No, I think you have to accept it. Click it there. Okay. So once you click the notification, it opens that design that you shared with yourself. However, when you're sharing this way, it's like almost a collaboration. And so if you edit something here, it's editing the original that you shared with yourself. So I would always recommend going file and then make a copy. And then that has your own copy in your KW Canva. So that if for whatever reason you decide you're going to delete your old Canva because the original sharer has deleted everything, it's going to be gone. So you always want to make copies of everything just to make sure that you have it. And so now if I go back to my home page, it should be there twice. So you can see this one is a copy, this one is the original, and you'll know which one because it shows who has access to it. So this person shared it with me. Okay. So as well as if you're sharing things between the team, if one of you edits it, unless you've made a copy, it's going to edit the original. So it's a good practice just to make a copy if someone shares something with you. Unless you do want to collaborate and do things at the same time. Then you just edit the one that you shared, but that is currently the most seamless way to just share everything over. Any questions at all about the whole process, designing? I didn't really go through how to like make a design, but the main purpose of this was to make sure you're all set up with the new Canva. Got me for 17 more minutes, so if you have any Canva questions, I can take them. I've used Canva for a very long time. I love Canva. I use it for pretty much everything. as you can see, I did like a mock-up of the anniversary party backdrop yesterday, trying to decide where it was gonna go. Like, you can literally do so much with it. So yeah, happy to be a resource if you guys have any questions.
Jessica, you might hate me again, but the first part where you integrated, like, do we get our own set of Canva email and then we log in, or you just
No, so you'll just go to canva.kw.com and it uses your command login.
oh,
When you get to that page, it'll tell you to log into command, and then it's gonna connect you to Canva.
canva.kw.com?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I've actually made it very simple, which is nice. I like that. Any other questions?
I think the questions will come later as we're creating.
Yeah, for sure. And I plan to do more training, both in person, and on Zoom, like kind of workshop style, where you can bring your laptop and kind of go through either setting it up or, you know, working through different templates. There's like, you can do listing presentations, postcards, flyers, literally anything that you need that's visual. I do all of the for sale signs in Canva and business cards. So like anything you need to make visually can be done in Canva.
Quick
Get
question,
everything
Jess.
approved by the brokers if you're getting it printed. Yeah, Colin.
How do you unzip the KW logos file to get it uploaded?
Are you on a Mac or Windows?
Windows?
Windows.
Because when I go to upload the whole file, it says not.
Can you see the pop-up on my screen right now that says KW Select Logos?
Yep.
Okay. You should see a button that says Extract All at the top.
Oh,
And that will unzip the folder. And then you'll basically, when you go to browse the file, let me just do this. I think it's, okay. Sorry, it's been hidden by Zoom. That's why it wasn't extracted.
no,
So once you extract it, it's gonna do this here, and then inside the folder, there's many versions. PNG is what I always recommend because it has that transparent background. So then when you're going to your, if I go to my uploads and I browse my downloads, the KW Select, and you'll know because it doesn't have a zipper on the folder icon. And you'll go in and double click that and double click that, and then you can select everything in that box and click open, and then it's just going to download all the different color or upload all the different colors. And then you could make a folder and call it logos and put them in it, so then that you're not scrolling all the way down your uploads every single time when you're looking for it. Any other questions? Quiet group. If you've already used Canva, it's honestly the exact same thing. It's just having the extra branded templates.
So Jessica, you might have already covered it, but I wanted to know like the major difference. Like I know like the logos and those kind of things, we can just do it from our own Canva itself. But is this directly related to like the MLS, or like how is it like different from the usual Canva that I would use?
So I would say the two main differences are the KW branded templates. So when you go to brand, you'll see brand templates up here. And so you've got like all the already done for you flyers and postcards and things like that.
Okay.
And I mean, Canva has those things already. They're just not KW branded specifically.
Mhm.
So if you're someone that wants to use the KW branded ones or ones that are specifically like tailored to you guys, this is the best option. And again, you can always change the colors as well. Like if you a lot of red, maybe you want this to be black, you can then go and change it. Maybe your brand colors are like teal and gold, you can change that. It's very easy. But it just gives you kind of that starting point. And then the other portion is the MLS integration. So you might have missed it when you came in, but if you go to apps here on the side, you can search for Keller Williams. And this app here, it's you'll have to like add it in. But that's where you can search for MLS properties. So if you have your own listings, they'll show up under my listings. If not, then you'd search by MLS number. Just gonna go to all listings here.
Hey Jess, do we have to search for that KW every time we're in, or can we save the app?
Let me see.
Is there a way to like download the app details? I don't really see anything.
So mine, once you like set it up, Angela, on your left-hand side toolbar,
Oh.
it'll stay right here.
Perfect.
Yeah, and you have to connect every time. It's from every once in a while, like if you, let's say you change your command password, you'll probably
Yeah.
have to reconnect it.
Okay.
If you like are logging in on a new device, for example, it's all tied to your login to command. And so if you're not logged into command, you may need to log into command to access it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it'll always kind of live down here. And then AJ, once you find your listing, like all the photos are here. And so you can just drag them into your design. So that's the big difference, I would say, is the MLS integration. Canva did not have that. Designs didn't always work very well. I see Paul's not here. We've had many meetings trying to get that to work with the MLS integration. So it does seem to be working quite well.
really?
Carolyn, you'll have to let me know if it's working for you in PEI because I have my doubts. But we'll work through that.
Jess,
Yeah,
I've already tried. No luck.
did not work.
No, did not work.
Did you try searching like MLS number under all listings?
I did.
Oh,
It
okay.
wouldn't pick up anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it picked up Texas and Hawaii and somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do some more troubleshooting with that. I had my
Yeah.
suspicions that where it didn't work in command, it wasn't gonna work here, but
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, we'll keep tracking. Hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah, so AJ, I would say that's the big difference, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything extra for it. So,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do get the premium version as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The main thing that's I wouldn't say gone away, but in your personal pro Canva account, you can have as many brand kits as you want.
Mhm.
And if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about with brand kits, it looks like this, and it's like, oh, am I in the wrong? No. I got excited for a second. I thought that it was gonna let me add a brand kit. It'll look like this page once it loads. And it's where all of like the core like KW, oh, there's luxury now, and commercial, but the core brand kit is here. It has like all the logos you're not allowed to use. These logos that you're not allowed to use because they're American. But you do have like the KW red, gray, all of that, and then the like KW branded fonts. With your own personal pro version, you can have as many brand kits as you want. So like if you have like Patty, you could have a first choice brand kit with like your logos and colors and all that. They've limited that for some reason. I'm not sure what the reason is. I'm hoping that somehow they make it happen. But the alternative right now would be to make a folder with like your logos and like your base templates that you use all the time, and then they're all kind of saved there. You just won't be able to save like your colors and fonts by default. And the benefit of using that is you have them there to pull from all the time. You don't have to search for the colors or the fonts. So a small thing, but if you're used to using that in your workflow, then it might, trip you up a little bit. But there's some workarounds that we can look at if that is something that affects you.
Thanks a lot, Jessica.
Yeah, no problem. Chat. Any final questions before we log off? No. Okay. Like I said, I did record this, so I'll be putting that on YouTube if you want to refer back to it. And then I do plan to schedule some more training. And then if you are like for anyone who's used Canva a lot, if you're looking to fully transition off of your paid plan, we can set up a time to sit down and make sure that everything's sort of transitioned over and that, you know that you have access to everything, and just do it in the most efficient way. I'm happy to meet with anyone that wants to do that as well. Okay.
Thanks, Jess. This is awesome.
Thank you, Jessica. So appreciative. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye.